Ladies and gentlemen, here is my take on The Wolf of Wall Street, or as I like to call it, Oliver Stone's worst nightmare. For this is a story about a man who looked at Gordon Gekko and was actually inspired to push the envelope further than Gekko himself would have dared. This man is named Jordan Belfort, and he's played by Leonardo DiCaprio in Martin Scorsese's new film. This film is done in the same sort of vein as Casino, but where Casino was very graphic with showing its violence, The Wolf of Wall Street saves most of its graphic content in displaying the rampant sex and drugs that these stockbrokers get involved with. In between crooked schemes and white-collar crimes, these guys party worse than rich frat boys at college. In the center of it all is Jordan Belfort, taking it all in with savage glee. He's also surrounded by friends who are so seedy that they'd have been hopeless without Belfort's guidance. Like any Martin Scorsese movie, we get a lot of famous faces in the cast. Jonah Hill, Matthew McConaughey, Rob Reiner, Joanna Lumley, and Jon Favreau all appear in various roles throughout the film. All of them are as good as can be expected when directed by someone with Scorsese's talent. We also get a soundtrack that ranges from blues to hip-hop whenever necessary. Not to mention an abundant running time of 3 hours. This movie has been criticized of glorifying Belfort and his lifestyle, but I disagree. We're very much supposed to realize just how messed up Belfort and his cronies are. They turn themselves into miserable wrecks while on drugs, and they lash out like animals against each other at the drop of a hat. Some will argue that the final shot of the movie displays support for Belfort, but all I saw was a pessimistic comment on the values of modern society. And based on comments by both director and star of this movie, I would say the pessimism was the intended message. All in all, this is a great movie to watch if you have the time to sit through it. It's filled with furious energy that often turns towards comedy, because there's nothing else it could turn to, really. These people turn to excesses that would make Dionysus shake his head in disgust. The performances are great, it's very well directed, and it holds our attention all the way through. As a final note, I noticed that Scorsese used Smokestack Lightnin' by Howlin' Wolf over a montage of one of Belfort's parties. Howlin' Wolf was a blues musician who famously avoided the pitfalls of drugs and crazy money spending which afflicted many of his fellow blues artists. I hope you all appreciate the irony as much as I did.
You knocked me dead, then on my feet. How. Whoa!